One of those few times this video falling under them, and this is where I want to tell you that there is somebody with love, and this is where it is not for everyone. Okay, strictly make sure you highlight it. This is not for everybody because people will make mistakes, but still there's a big lesson for everybody to learn. Now I want to tell you that this person loves you but is sick. Stop doubting. I want to talk about these things are so tricky. People whom you were not supposed to compromise on, most people, they get lost and they compromise on. And those that you're supposed to compromise, that is when you overlook. I used to give this example there. It's been way too long ever since I gave this example. It's not one of those broken record sounding of mine. But one time I did say there was a woman who needed prayer from a man of God in her church. It's a real story. And then asking the pastor to please God, pray that God shows you who is my future husband. And indeed, the Lord answered, and the pastor, when he told the lady that this man that is blind in one eye is your future husband, she refused, only to end up getting married to somebody else. And they said that man ended up dying very early, the one that she ended up getting married with, because the lady was so beautiful. She didn't want to accept. So with this being said, I want to say that there are people who are going to come into your life, but they are in shortage of something. But you find that this person is not a permanent thing. Somewhere they lack something. Sometimes it's finances, sometimes it's maybe health-wise in some way. But amazingly, you'll be so shocked that they get healed once they're with you. And sometimes you look back and be like, had I said no, had I not given this a chance, I would have lost on this good opportunity. You know, sometimes when a goal is right in front of you, there will be something from the enemy to just deceive you so that you don't take it. And I want to tell you, wise, stop overlooking. How many people, sometimes I would look at myself and be like, I would see ladies in the streets and maybe now they want me. But at a time when I still wanted them, someone could just tell that they are giving me a cold shoulder. But now that the tables have turned, now they've seen where the Lord has placed me, I can see now they regret in a big manner. That is why I'll be like, oh, only if this person knew that my life is gonna turn out like this, they would have just said yes before, because all they needed, they thought this man, come on, it doesn't have anything. You know what I'm trying to say right now? So please, I want you to be careful before you push somebody away. Pray harder about it. Try to look deeper. I used to give an example with myself that there used to be a lady that I looked at. At first, I felt like she was not pretty enough for me. And then only for me to realize a year later that, you know what, this lady, I've been looking for a lady who has this traits, character and stuff, and she's been right in front of me. And unfortunately for me, by that time, she was no longer interested, whereas back then she was. So I learned a big lesson that had I looked deeper, because she ended up being pretty as I liked. So I was like, some people, it's just the moment where they're at. They might not look as pretty, they might not look as successful, but give them some few months, a year or two, they're gonna be where you've been wanting. So you must learn to accept their disability at the moment, or their sickness, or whatever. I believe this message has made sense to somebody. I pray may God help and enable you in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. And of course, that's all I had. My details on the comment section below. See you next time.